Hi, and a very warm welcome to Wellbeing Mission Control. I'm really delighted you could join me on this beautiful day. We've got the wildlife cheering from the trees, and I wonder if you're aware that we may be the first generation that could actually live beyond 125 years. I mean, just think about that. The advances in medical science are prolonging human life. We're living longer. Now, I know this causes a lot of concern because there are all sorts of disturbing stories about the problems of an aging population pretty much around the world. And now we're developing the science and the materials to replace failing organs so that we can live longer and longer. It's quite a thought. A friend of mine used to say that his definition of hell was to live forever. And yet we seem obsessed with the idea of prolonging human life almost indefinitely. And the question is not whether we really want to live forever, because we struggle with the years that are given us. If we were to prolong that to perhaps 400 or 500 years, how would we prepare our minds to be able to cope with centuries of life? The potential boredom, the repetition, the ennui of always facing the same situation again and again. Another friend said to me that the idea of being married for 500 years was simply against the laws of nature. Well, you could probably relate to that because we're all human. But the fact is that whilst it's wonderful to be able to improve the quality of life and even to extend human lifespan, what are we doing with this precious gift of time? How are we making the absolute best of the days that we have? Now, whether we respond to what some would call a natural cycle of living for a certain number of years, or whether we can prolong those potential lifespans by decades or even centuries, I want you to think more carefully about how you're using right now. Fact is, none of us really know how long we've got. It's a little bit of a lottery, which is why I implore people to pay a little bit more attention to the quality of today so that we don't postpone the important things for some remote point in the future. I will be happy when. Do you know, guys, it doesn't really work that way. We have to find the way to express happiness, joy, appreciation, gratitude right here, right now, to improve the quality of our relationships, to make sure that each day really is well spent, worthwhile. Perhaps even helping us to grow and develop and discover the important elements that make us who we are. Perhaps taking a little bit of time to slow down, take a step back, to breathe, to maybe just for a few minutes stop taking everything quite so seriously. We're talking about important issues like life and death, and yet we live our lives as if every single item we're preoccupied with is life critical, and for the most part, it isn't. And what I'd love you to be able to do is to take that momentary step back, to breathe, to let go of the stress, and to just appreciate the wonder, the miracle of being alive right now, detached from the weight of the past, not too concerned about the future. Bring your focus and attention into the here and now, where you can truly appreciate the joy of wellness, of happiness, of well being, not as some future strange idea that might one day come to pass if and when the circumstances are right, but something that you can appreciate right now. I don't know about you, but I've never been really interested in the idea of living forever. But I'm very interested in making the most of this moment. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts, your feelings, your ideas and suggestions. It's always a treat to hear from you. And in the meantime, with your permission, allow me to wish you a wonderful day.